Welcome back, everybody. It is springtime. Doesn't quite feel like it, but according to the forecast, by this time next week it's going to be 80. And I got a bunch of new iron to get on this planter. Granted, it's April 6th. I'm still a ways out from planting here in Michigan. So here's the plan. It might squeeze out. I'll back the 880 up a little bit. Yeah, there's room. Back the 880 up a little bit and then rob the battery out of that. It's not the biggest one. We'll see if it's enough to start at 1755 on a 30-some degree day. It's almost 40 out. Because I robbed the battery out of the 1755 to put in the 2255, and I don't feel like carrying a battery that far. So we'll see if it's got enough gumption. And then we'll pull the 1755 and the red wagon out, back out the 6125 and the green wagon. Which, funny story, yesterday's no, 2 days ago, knew I was gonna be doing this, and for whatever reason, that right front tire holds air fantastic. The other three, when it gets down in the 30s, they start losing air. I have replaced valve cores. I have, when it's warm out, they stay up. I've slathered some tire bead sealant in there. Well, this time I thought I'm gonna take it off, push in on the bead while it's off, clean up the bead area on the rim. Maybe there's some crud on there. It didn't look too bad. This is proof I should record everything. So I've got that off from there, tipped down on the floor. And in my pocket of my, hoodie here are all those lug nuts. Now I'm leaning over this and I've got the bead cleaned up nice. It's all looking good. I'm slathering on the bead sealant. And I lean forward a little bit, and I'll be darned if two nuts didn't fall out of my pocket of it, and one of them goes shooting right down through that bead into the wheel. So I get a flexible magnet and I'm fishing. I can get it pulled back up to the bead area, and that magnet is strong enough to get it that far, but if it touches the tire at all trying to pull it through, it falls off. So it was about a half hour or so of fighting with that. Got another stronger magnet that wasn't flexible. Once I could get it up to the bead, could get the second magnet on it, and I really had to push in on the tire to get it low enough to clear that nut between there. It's just amazing to me that, somehow or another it could slide through going in without any resistance, but coming out was such a battle. But I got it. I slathered them beads up good with a sealant, and we'll see how it holds up. If not, I think they're going to get the tire slime as the next thing. These tires were new in 2020. There's just no reason for this. I can't figure it out. All during bean harvest, didn't have to put any air in them. Wheat harvest, nothing at all. We get deeper into corn harvest where the temperatures start dropping. Every day I'm having to top these tires off. The colder it gets, the quicker I got to do it. Sometimes I could go 2-3 days. Really cold days, I better top them off in the morning, because we don't need other grief in our life. So, and here's part of the problem in my opinion, that word on the sidewall. But this one here, it had 92 pounds in it when I bought the wagon. It still has 92 pounds in it. So it is proof these tires can seal on these rims. I'm not sure what's going on. But like I say, tire slime is probably the next thing. I know the tire guys hate it. I've never used it before, because when you break them down, you got a sea of ooze in there, but I don't have time to be blowing up tires. So back to our project at hand. After these are out, I will take the American and hook it onto the planter. That's not the 6125 is the planting tractor, but I don't think there's room enough for both in the shop right at the moment. So I'll just use the American to move the planter into the shop. Then they might stick out here a little ways, but I can back these wagons into this spot where the planter was, get them out of the way. And yeah, I think the American will go back in the other barn after it's moved the planter. And the 880 is going to stay here. I got corn going out Monday. So depending on if I buy some more gas, this might be chugging some more corn. And if not, well, it's just moving the fertilizer cart around for now. We'll have bigger and better guns for that. So yeah, in the interest of making sure I've got enough room, it looks like it would clear, especially if I start turning. But I'll still back it up. So cold start on the 880. I just had it running a couple days ago. The gas is off, so let's hope there's enough in the carburetor to get me backed up without turning it on. Nope, need a little choke. We'll give her all the choke. Back it into the wall or the door. And there's a carburetor's worth of gas. That was what we needed though. Oops. That was a little more violent than I wanted it to be. This probably isn't gonna work. I don't know if this has got enough gumption to spin that 1755 over fast enough or not, but we're gonna find out. If I was a ground wire, I'd be that one. So. Well, once again, I should have had the camera running. Had a bad gird, the corroded connection there. Cleaned it up a little bit, put it back on, and turned the key, and she fired right up. All right, let's get this one backed out. $17.55 can warm up. It might end up moving grain. Oh, the 1600 could. It's diesel. I wouldn't have to go buy expensive gas. Look at it, it has a battery in it. We might have a winner. We know this one will start. I will put you there so you can see if I can back the wagon out of a barn, because I need my hands to drive with. In a yard. work. She needs a bath. Probably an oil change too. They moved a lot of grain last fall. Put you here while I back up. Hopefully get over a little. If you're a crunch, that's the 880. You gotta be getting close. I think that'll get us by it. Wash them off, but it's cold out today. I had room. No hit. Good deal. Let's see how stubborn the American is. It's a good starter, but sometimes I replaced the key switch. I'm wondering if it's the neutral safety switch or if there's a relay, but sometimes it takes a couple of turns of the key to... See, I talked about it and it says, no, I start for you today. You gave me a fresh cab kit. I love you, Chris. You washed my floor. It even smells new in here. Whew. Cab kit glue. Everything cleaned up. Maybe I should plant corn with this one. Now the biggest thing would be plumbing in the blower fan on the planter. I run off the tractor hydraulics, and with this one being open center, that would definitely make it more of a challenge. I got an instruction sheet somewhere on how to do that. I missed, but ever so slightly. It's probably gonna have to go up just a little too, is the way it's looking. Nope, she's sliding in there. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. Go back, or do I? nice together. I'm sure it would pull it. Let's go get her in the shop. Tarp back there I should probably pull off. Nice. What other industry do you use a piece of equipment for 2 weeks and then put it away for the rest of the year? Have this huge investment. I was thinking all new iron, but after seeing the row cleaner wheels, I put all new ones of those on last year, new bearings, so they're good. But getting new fertilizer opener, blades, shoes, no-tilt holders and bearings, row opener blades. The clutches on this side are both kind of got some wear. That one was starting to grab even though it was supposed to be disengaged, so got all new parts to replace those two. The other side looked fine. Well, the pond is filled back up, so we're good on moisture now. Probably should open the doors. So we have here the offending clutch that was starting to grab on me just after I finished, so you know, good timing. I explained all this and then I noticed I hadn't pushed the record button and I got it all apart. So what happens here is as the axle goes up and down, and ain't got enough hands. As the axle goes up and down, these twist, and that pushes the two halves apart. That pushes this sprocket away from the other one. So the teeth separate, it can't drive anymore. This one just freewheels on the shaft. This one's got a spline, or I'm sorry, a keyway. But I think, and then there is this washer that goes on here that has a boatload of wear on it. And then I noticed there's a wear from it being off center. So I'm thinking this one's pretty much shot. I'll go grab the new one and compare. And then that hole is egged out. So it's probably shot. That one don't look quite so bad. It might be something worth saving for spare parts. And that don't look terrible. Once again, save it for spare parts type of thing. But I'm thinking this one's pretty much done. So these two match up pretty good. Like I say, I think this one's good enough to save for a spare. But I'm still gonna put the new one in there. It's bought and paid for. Yeah, look, there's no channel cut in there. There's definitely wear on the outside edge here. Side with the sprocket has a slightly longer, this arm is slightly longer, so they are different. Yep, I can see this is the 1026 or something like that. That fits much better. Of course, help if I put it together the right way. Oh yeah, that's much better. Have to get those thrust washers. I'm trying to remember if they go on both sides. I might have to look at the parts breakdown again. Oh, let's see. That thingy. That thingy. That thingy. Then this thingy. Gotta have drive somehow or another. The other thingy. Another doohickey. Get down there. Oh, I guess I do have to time the keyway. Duh. Well, I double checked. The book only shows the washer on the one side, so these babies are ready to go back in. Pretty straightforward. There's the shaft. I just disconnected it and slid it out. So we'll just reverse the procedure. This is one of the drag links that operates the clutch. It used to originally have only one hole, and I put the second one in because it would be up in the air, especially with that planter being double long, and the units would be out of the ground and drizzling seed on the ground when every time I'd turn around. So I drilled a new hole so it brought the clutch up around a little farther, and so it disengages before the row units ever get out of the ground. Because I'm not one of those guys that has to hit the clutch at the end of every row and smoke my clutches in my tractor. Oh, let's see. I've got all new openers on the row units. Got the chains, drilled new holes and mounted them farther back. They would bounce up and catch on the spike wheels and stop them from turning. Only on one side because they're offset. So I'm thinking and hoping that that's far enough. If not, we'll take them off again. Thought I had 6 of these. They were slightly used, but I only had 4. The other 2 are, I got 2 new ones coming. They should be here today. All new coulters on the fertilizer openers. So really, the no-till coulters, I'll put new bearings in them. They're about the only thing left to do on the planter, and she should be ready to go. So I think we'll call that an episode, a video, and I appreciate everybody watching, and we will see you in the next one.